One great feature of Garment Deli are its 5 customizable content blocks. With these 5 blocks, I'm able to include additional text, images, or even flash animation. Today I'm going to show you 4 of the blocks on the home page, one above the content, one below the content, and one on the top of the sidebar and one on the bottom of the sidebar, as well as additional content blocks above the style selection. To access the content blocks, I first need to go to my admin control panel. At my admin control panel, I'm going to begin by searching for the section called Edit Content Blocks in the middle of the page. From here, I'll click on the first link called Front Page Top, and I'll be brought to this screen where I can include a title and edit my content block. I'll click and add a quick title here, Shirts for All. And then in this larger box, I can include additional text if I want, flash animation, or an image. I'm going to upload an image today to show you how that works. And I'll do that by clicking on this mountain and sunrise icon. This window will pop up that allows me to browse my server for whatever images I have loaded onto it. So I click Browse Server, and then my server will pop up with all the different images that I've uploaded. If you haven't uploaded anything yet, this will be blank. I've uploaded several images, so they are showing here. To upload a new image, I need to click on the Browse button at the bottom of this window and navigate to on my computer to where the image is. Mine happens to be right here, 2 HP top content, so I'll double click on it and then click Upload to upload the image. There'll be a quick flash and then you'll see that my image has been uploaded. 2 HP top content. To use this image in my content block, I need to click on it once. A preview will appear in this preview box. I'll click OK, and now the image will be in my content block. Additionally, if you would like to manually edit the raw HTML source code, simply click the source button in the upper left-hand corner of the editor. This will enable you to further customize your content block by referencing objects that are hosted on different websites such as images, Facebook widgets, and other web content. For now, I'm just going to use the images that are hosted on my server, so I'll click Save Changes, and when it's all been saved, I can switch over to my home page and refresh it, and you'll see that my short title is now above the content block, and my image is now in the content block. Since I have already gone into detail of how to edit the top content block on the home page, and the other 3 content blocks visible on the home page follow the same formula, I'm just going to quickly go through and edit the remaining 3 content blocks. I'll be doing this with less narration, but you can follow along with me still. With this image, I want it centered, so I will click and hit the centering tool here. Now that I have shown you all of the content blocks that are available on the home page, I want to show you a few more that are available deeper in the website. For example, if I click on my Push It design, I have a content block right above all these shirts. It's called the Style Selection content block. To access it, I need to go to my Admin Control Panel, to the Edit Content Block section, and the very last link is Style Selection Message, and I'll click on that. I'll be brought to here, and you can see my generic message is still there. I'm just going to highlight and delete it, and I want to upload an image there. So I'll click on this icon of the mountain, browse my server, browse my computer for the image, and then select the image that I want to use. It's right here. Click upload, and then here's my image, one style selection. I'll click on that once, I'll see a preview, and I'll click OK. You can see it's now in this content block. I'll scroll to the bottom of the page and click Save Configuration. You can see that the configuration has been saved, and I can switch over to my page, click on one of the published designs, and you'll now see that I have my new content block with the new image in it. The next content blocks that I want to edit are the ones that are specific to my categories in the left sidebar. I have 5 categories: sports, humor, music, Chicago Bears, and Chicago Cubs. I'm going to begin with editing the content block in the Chicago Bears category. To do this, I need to go to my Admin Control Panel, to Product Categories, and in my categories I need to find Chicago Bears and click Edit. You can see in the content block I currently have a generic description that I'm just going to highlight and delete, and click on the mountain to add an icon or an image. I'll browse my server, browse my computer, and I'll find the image I want to use, called Bears Football. Click Open and Upload. I'll find the image that's been uploaded, Bears Football, click on it once and see the preview. I'll click OK, and I'll see that the image is now in my content block. I'll scroll down and click the Save button, and when the upload has been completed, I'll switch over to my page. I'll click on the Chicago Bears category link, and you'll now see that I have my Chicago Bears content block filled with a football and the logo below it. For the Chicago Cubs category, I'm going to do the same thing, but once again, I'm going to do this without narration. One thing I do briefly want to mention while I'm on the topic of categories is subcategories. As you can see, I have 5 categories, and 3 of them are in a similar vein: sports, Chicago Bears, and Chicago Cubs. What I want to do is get Chicago Bears and Chicago Cubs to be a subcategory of sports. To do that, I need to go to my Admin Control Panel, to Product Categories link, and from here what I need to do is click to the left of the category I want to make a subcategory, click on the cross, and drag it below sports. And when it's below sports, I'll then drag it to the right to make it a subcategory. I'll do the same with the Chicago Cubs. I'll click on the cross, drag it up, and then move it to the right to make it a subcategory. When I'm done, I'll click Save Order, and you can now see that Chicago Cubs and Chicago Bears are no longer categories. but when I hover my cursor over sports, it now says Chicago Cubs and Chicago Bears as subcategories. As you may have noticed, my recording screen has shifted slightly to the right, and that's because I'm going to begin working on some advanced options, including changing my background from a blue color to a background that contains images. To do this, I need to go to my admin control panel, to page layout and colors, and scroll down to the very bottom of the page to advanced options. When I click on that, a text box will appear where I can enter in my custom CSS. It's important to remember that each individual page has a unique class that can be targeted by using CSS. In other words, you can apply unique CSS to specific pages. To determine web page classes, simply view the body tag in the page source. In this exercise, we're just going to set the background image on all pages the same, but you can use the same interface to target unique pages and elements. To begin, I need to scroll up to my first content block and click on the image icon. From here, I'll click on Browse Server, and my image has already been uploaded, and it's called snowflake.jpg, so I'll click on that once. In the URL field, I'll highlight and copy that code, pressing Ctrl+C if I'm on a PC and Apple+C if I'm on a Mac, and then I will cancel out of that window. I'll scroll back down to Advanced Options, and in the code that I've already written, in the parentheses, there's 2 quote marks. I'll just split those with my cursor, click Ctrl+V to paste, or Apple+V to paste if I'm on a Mac, and click Save Configuration. When the update's taken place, you can now see that I have repeating snowflakes as my background. Alternatively, if you do not want to use an image that's hosted on your server, you can use an image that's hosted on another website. All you'll need to do is copy that website's URL and enter it in where I've entered in this code. For example, www.anyrandomsite.com/image.